Is your spirituality helpful or harmful? It's a very confronting question, isn't it? Hi, I'm Ildiko Haag with Emerging Majesty. Welcome, welcome. Seekers of inner peace, peacemakers, transformation depth workers. Today, I want to take you on an exploration that might be a bit soul stirring, but don't worry, we will soothe the soul towards the end, even if things are stirred up. Even the question, is your spirituality helpful or harmful, can already be confronting, because it sort of cuts to the core of our spiritual journey, doesn't it? Especially for those of us who've grown up in these strict, high pressure, high performance environments. It seems that our spirituality is often inherited from our parents, our society, our family, and it's shaped by those stories and metaphors we hear. And so when we experience a spiritual crisis, often we think that the answer to this is changing our spirituality. And sometimes that can be helpful because we gain other insights from other angles. But the truth is that there is no one right way or absolute truth when it comes to making sense of life. So we don't necessarily have to find the one right set of beliefs or religion or tradition. So most of the time, when our inherited spiritual experience is painful, it's more because of its applications and the way it's represented, rather than because of its core stories or its core message. So what I'm trying to say is that most of the time we can keep those stories and metaphors and messages and just find our own way to apply it to our life. So let's delve into the potential harm that can arise from spirituality. Sometimes those stories that we inherit can turn into these rigid rules. And when that happens, it really suffocates our growth. The songs we sing may become expectations, pressuring us to perform and conform. Some of the poems may speak of this loving supreme being, but the hidden conditions and messages are threatening. We are afraid of being judged, we are afraid of getting it wrong, and then suffer often quite scary consequences. So this is harmful spirituality as it confuses and confines us, and it really inhibits our journey towards inner peace and transformation. So I was asked these two wonderful questions on Facebook the other day, and I want to share more deeply here from my own personal journey. In this video, especially about this profound aha moment that I had, and it really shaped my understanding and my whole spirituality and life eventually. So before I go there, I just want to take a moment to reflect. So just feel the ground under your feet. Put your hand on your heart. just sense your own sense of being you, being here, existing, just being alive. And I'm going to ask you some questions, and you really don't have to know the answers to these questions. Let's just soothe our minds and tell our minds it's okay. There is no right way to reply. So here we go. How has your spirituality impacted your life? And just allow your body to react, respond, and send you signals of the feelings and emotions that are connected to this part of your life. Have you experienced some harmful aspects of spirituality, of your spirituality? Are there beliefs or expectations that have burdened you? So just pause and ponder for a moment. Take a note of what's coming up, how your body is responding. The body always says the truth. And feel free to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If that feels right. So if you are discovering uncomfortable sensations, I want you to know that you are not alone. There is a lot of support available. So now, to ease some of the discomfort, let's dive into one of these significant spiritual aha moments that illuminated my path. It unfolded during my 5th pregnancy, which was a time when I was engulfed by overwhelming all-day sickness. And I found myself really questioning my worth. Was I acceptable even in this weakened state, unable to even eat for the sake of my own child? In that vulnerable moment of crying out from my heart, an overwhelming sense of peace descended into me and permeated every cell of my being, and I realized that I was being judged with compassion and fairness, kindness and justice together. Yes, it was a difficult situation, but I didn't feel that it meant that I was really bad. So this revelation brought immense relief to my mind and my whole body, and it stayed with me for 2 weeks. And it gave me a glimpse of heaven on earth, really. And I realized that it was possible even in the midst of really difficult circumstances. And of course, I wanted to hold on to that peace. I knew even back then that it's not really possible, but I tried. And of course, it dissipated. But from that point forward, I was resolute that I will find the deeper meaning of the experience and the way to be able to access that inner peace by will, if you will. Because I really wanted to be a stable and unmovable but kind rock of strength. You know, this peaceful and helpful garden to my family and especially to my children. And of course, it took me from there probably around 12 years to actually being able to do that, to actually being able to access that inner peace, or even have it in the background most of the time and just know that it's there and have this sense of okayness that is reliable and stable. But yes, this aha moment transformed my perspective on judgment, and it introduced me to a felt sense of unconditional acceptance, including self acceptance. And I realized that these two, judgment and unconditional acceptance, are not separate. They are together, almost like inner parents nurturing our development. So this experience showed me that spirituality does not mean an endless and often desperate kind of seeking and striving to meet expectations, let them be internal or external expectations. Instead, it showed me the truth that really we are always doing our best with the resources that are available to us. And it awakened me to this profound understanding that judgment, at its core, at its true nature, is infused with kindness. And we always need to take into account our tapestry of our individual paths. So this realization gives me inner peace all the time. And as I said, it made me curious and guided me towards the possibility of a more authentic and fulfilling approach to spirituality itself. So I hope that this story resonated with you and that it helps you on your own spiritual journey. So in the upcoming videos, we will continue to explore my experience and insights, because they really shaped my understanding of spirituality, and they helped me really to come back from very deep and dark places. I had several dark nights of the soul. So just remember, you were born for such a time as this. You are precious and unique. And please leave a comment for me. Share your thoughts and any aha moments you have encountered along your unique path, or from this video. Okay, and stay tuned for further stories and discoveries that await you on this journey of inner peace and transformation. And wishing you serenity and fulfillment until we meet again. Be well.